Breaking news coming out that today Russian President Vladimir Putin, we are hearing he has made an announcement. As yesterday he came out and said that the nuclear treaty that they had that has now come to an end, that those banned missiles, those nuclear missiles that were once banned, they are now going to start creating those in mass. And they are preparing those missiles for potential nuclear war. Now, in addition to that, we've also heard that they are saying they're going to be distributing these missiles that they're creating with their ally nations, positioning them to be in striking range of the United States and NATO nations as well. Now, this announcement, as I mentioned, these articles, are coming out today. This announcement took place yesterday, Friday. And also, we heard that Vladimir Putin, he has been sparking World War III fears, warning the use of nuclear weapons is on the Russian agenda, saying that if their sovereignty is threatened, they will use nuclear force. And then we're just hearing that just yesterday, they said they're going to be creating those banned nuclear missiles and preparing them. Now,
Shalom. This is the book of Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of thy prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. I hope and pray that Yahweh Hashem Shai give me strength and power to do this lesson. And to that, I'd like to say, Kal Halayam, La Alahayenawa, Yahweh Ba'ashem Bashai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Stone who ruled well. Shalom unto the brothers that push in the truth and in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And Shalom unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nation. And Shalom unto the sisters, which is the Aquatium, who's listening and learning and obeying their husband. And this is your brother Karataza from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so hereby, you can see from the previous video what is taking place with Russia. Right, that certain bombs or missiles, that was banned in being make, let's say that, or let's say within being produced, right, with like on a large scale. Now they are gonna make those type of missiles on a large scale. Right? And when you go back, and you think about Noah back in that time when he was telling the people, hey, that rain is going to come, right? But no one's listened. They scoff and they mock. Even like to this day, we are out in the streets, we are warning our people, letting them know, hey, bombs going to be flying, it's going to be dog fights within the sky, grievous time is coming, this and that. No, they walk past, they watch as they mocked, to have some at that time we was preaching in Sawa, and at that time I was new to the camp. I was holding the camera at that time, and this other lady walked past. She walked right behind me, right, and she said it. I knew that she was very close to me, and she was like, oh gosh, boy, them men and them here again, when them go and leave for me. And into that and I will say within that very young age within the truth, the very young age within the truth, I laughed because I say it's only a fool will talk like that. That is what I said within my mind at the time. But getting more deeper within the truth, we talk about the wicked woman and stuff like that. But this topic is not about that today, but it's just to show you that our people, in the way in how they scoff and they mock. All right. So, when you think upon that day in Noah, as Noah, just like in that time, our forefather, right? Noah, that prepared the ark in that time. That was that time of Genesis, right? When Yahweh commanded Noah to build the ark, right? And at that time, the world was broken up into three different classes, right? Which is the sons of the sons of God, the sons of man, and the sons of the wicked, right? And goes back now. Let me just give a short breakdown with that. So the sons of God, right? It also goes into son of power, right? Because that is what God means as well too, right? The sons of power, that goes into the Israelites, right? Which is us. The son of man goes into the other nations, and the sons of the wicked goes back into Esau. We back into Esau, the Edomite nation. All right, so just to clear that up a bit. All right, let's go to Matthew 24, 36. All right, and it reads, "But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." All right, and this is Yahweh Shai. When Yahweh Shai was speaking, right, he was speaking to the people, not even, Yahweh Shai knew it, the time and hour. Only the Father, Yahweh, knew at the time and hour. All right, but to how, we will know of his coming is because the Lord talk about the different signs at the time, right? The moon and the sun. All right, talk about the different it will give you those signs, even events, even prophecies that being fulfilled, right, will show us signs at the time. So so within the spirit, you will be that, hey, the Father is already on his way. He already on his way for us, right? And even just for more little proof or context about that, when NASA with the James telescope, saw massive objects moving towards it. All right. So all of that, show us, and it indicates that, hey, the time is near. The end is closer than we ever believe. All right, than we ever believe. Right. So we just had to, to hold on to this truth, because these scoffers and mockers, the wicked two-thirds, they are going to get their judgment, right? They are going to get their judgment. So when you go back into Noah, let them know, hey, rain coming, the rain coming, but no, they like, nah, you matter, you don't have no rain. What you saying is mist in the fields. We never get no rain before, right? But no, but they were already being disobedient. All right, to the fact of, the scripture talk about the prudent man, All right, let me just get out that precept. All right, this is Proverbs 12 and 23. A prudent man conceal knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaim foolishness. Yeah, because those are those people, there was in their folly, just like today, the partying, who I mean by the bar, talking just folly. The ones who are committing adultery, the ones who doing this, the ones who doing that, all sorts of folly, that they, I will say that they drown themselves into, right? They drown themselves in the folly so much, it's like they cannot get out of it, right? So no matter what you tell them, it's like they just surpass all the knowledge, the wisdom that you're trying to grant them with, and they just surpass that, and they just continue on their journey onto the folly, right? And that is what what's taking place in Noah's time, right? Because they like their folly. Yeah, right. But it but with this, it also goes into wisdom. This also, the men be concerned about the prudent man, right? Because it say here, Proverbs 12 and 23, a prudent man conceal knowledge, right? And when the prudent man conceal the knowledge now, when he conceal the knowledge is wisdom, right? So see, Peter, all right, Peter, Second Peter 3 and 3. See there, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Yeah, because they was walking after their own lusts, right? They're walking after their own lusts, right? But as I just spoke about, in the bars, the clubs, this, that, the orgy parties, this, that, all the deceptions, with any, even within your own work and all too, is a deception, because it has some people, hey, don't tell me nothing about my work, I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to do this, I must do that, right? So alright, so there you go, verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, the things continue as they were from the beginning of our creation. Right? Because when they see right, but hey, but but the wickedness of men, where the prophecies have to be ruled out. All right, 5 verse 5, for this day willingly or ignorant of, that by the word of power the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of water and in the water. Right, surrounded by water. Right, right, because the earth was brought out of water, and the land is also surrounded by water. So by the earth being standing out of water, is by the firmament divided. When in Genesis, the word let me get that. All right, this is a book of Genesis 1 and 7. All right, and Yahweh made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. All right, so going back now in verse 5, it says, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of power of heaven were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, right? Because it's the firmament, it is what separates with it is what separates the water. It's a different density of water, right? So that is what forms the firmament, is water, but just a different density, right, of water, right? And in the water is the water that surrounds with the islands. Is what surrounds the land, right? Verse 6, whereby the world that then was being over the slack here. Verse 6, whereby the word that then was being overflowed with water perish, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in stored, reserved unto fire again against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Right? So to Malachi 4:1. Right, and it said, for behold, the day come that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubbled, and the day that come shall burn them up. And said Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them nothing, root nor branch. Right? So and the Lord give his warning with the burning of fire, right? With the burning of fire, right? Within Noah time, it was the water with the flood, with to give the example, of the earth out the water and the water within. All right, that's why I say there was the ignorant, right? Because when you really think about it, for that mass amount of water, the heavens open up. The heavens open up for that mass of water, right? But yet there was ignorant, and they didn't listen, right? So same as when Noah, so many people was being drowned within the water. Same way within this time. But what going to happen is that in this time we are going to be watching the destruction through the windows of the chariot. All right, so so let's go to right, so we're going to Wisdom of Solomon 10:1. It said, she preserved the first formed father of the world that was created alone, and brought him out of his fall, and given him power to rule over things. Right, so when you go into that word she, that goes into wisdom, and wisdom is our first love. Let's go to get back Proverbs. So lucky, just bear with me for a moment there. Alright, Proverbs 8 and 1. Alright, Proverbs 8 and 1. It said, do not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice. Right? Put out her voice. The NLT say, listen as wisdom calls out. Hear and understand, rising of her voice. Right? So it goes back into wisdom. As when we prophesying out in the streets, with we crying out. With we crying out. We crying out the wisdom of this truth. Right? Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon. Right, verse 3, and it said, but when the righteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother. Right. Verse 4, for who caused the earth being drowned with the flood? Wisdom again preserve it and direct the course of the righteous in a piece of wood of small value. Right, so let me go back to the Proverbs. Right. Proverbs 2:10, and it reads, when wisdom enter into thine heart, which means into thy mind, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Right? Knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things, who leave paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked, who ways are crooked and they forward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger with flattered with her words, which forsaken the guide of her youth, and forgotten the covenant of her power, which means going into the wisdom. Right? Where they turn their backs from the wisdom. So they turn their back, also from the power without this word, where they turn their backs from Yahweh Shemir Shai. Right? There's another scripture here to back up, that going into the wisdom. Proverbs 3:21. My son, let not depart from thine eyes. Keep some wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shall thou walk in thine way safely, and thy foot shall be stubble. When thou Slovakia. Verse 24. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Alright? And the sleep shall be sweet. Verse 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of desolation of the wicked when it come. For Yahweh shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Right? Right, so within this shoot, we see the times, we see the times, Yahweh Hashem Shai is nearer than we ever believe, and the Lord is coming, right? So to you that, that listening on, and, who now again, who now trying to, with who now hearing this good word, with this good truth, continue to listen on, and be single-minded. When I say single-minded, continue to listen to GMS, to Great Millstone, right, who have the 100% truth, right? And don't be going and listen to this one and that one, because you're just going and be spinning it up in mud, right? But I'm telling you this just to say, that the time is near, and the Father is already on his way. You can see the prophecies that are being fulfilled. You're seeing things that are going on. If you're watching the news, you're seeing things waxing worse and worse. Alright? Seeing it. The destruction, the destruction is finally getting ready to happen. Getting ready to happen. Alright, so to that, I hope that this lesson was edifying. And to that, I'd like to say, Kal Halayam La, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh Bashim Rashai, Bashim Kakadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who will well. Shalom unto the brothers that pushing his works in truth and sincerity, and shalom unto the Aquatium, who's listening.